convicted, Maduro could spend the rest of his life in an American prison.
The White House says more actions against Venezuela's government could still come. All right, joining us now to lend more insight and expertise is legal expert and criminal justice attorney Tom Maronick. Tom, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Chris and Susan. It's great to be with you on this one.
Yeah, you bet. Certainly an interesting one, certainly. Maduro's defense attorney in court today saying to challenge the legality of his capture, saying the U.S. violated international laws. How much of a chance do they really have of convincing a judge of that?
I think they're going to have a hard time doing it because the bottom line, there were indictments for President Maduro. And as long as there are indictments in the United States for a president, as far as the court is concerned, they have every right to go get him and bring him to justice. So I think that will be a hard argument.
At point, Tom, what kind of defense then will his team be able to utilize? Will they try to argue that Maduro is a foreign head of state and thereby has some length of immunity here?
Absolutely. That's the defense they're going to try, which is sovereign immunity. In fact, you heard Maduro today in court saying, I'm the constitutional head of Venezuela. I'm the elected president. These charges are false. I'm innocent. That sort of is a tip of the hand as to what his attorneys will probably focus on, that he was illegally captured, that the United States had no right to violate the sovereignty of Venezuela, allegedly, and that the trial is essentially a farce. And I think that's what they'll try to do. It's questionable how far that will go.
Certainly. Tom, Maduro is facing really serious charges, narco-terrorism and drug trafficking. He's accused of bringing tens of millions of pounds of drugs into the United States over decades, charges that could land him and his wife in prison for life. Any chance the U.S. government offers them a plea deal, and would they take it? Would they be smart to take it?
I think they will offer him some sort of a plea deal because there are others that were involved in this. Whether Maduro would take it, I think he would only do that as a last chance option. But keep in mind, Venezuela has some supporters. Russia in particular came out and said this was illegal, it was wrong, violated the sovereignty. There's other countries saying the same thing. I think Maduro will probably wait to see what happens in the UN as to whether there's a strong international response to this. So that remains to be seen. But I do think that a plea deal will come.
And Tom, can you talk a little bit more about the legal parameters for his defense? You were talking about the sovereignty that he has as a foreign head of state, but the Biden and Trump administration both did not see him as the rightfully elected president of that country. What's the move here? Does he have that defense?
I think that's how you undermine the defense, to say that he rigged the election. And the fact that Democrats and Republicans who don't agree on much seem to agree on at least that. I think that's really the play that prosecutors will focus on, is even if you were to accept that argument, the fact is he rigged the election. Look at the facts, look at where the election was held, look at the vote counting, look at so many other things that were violated. And you could say, in fact, he is an unlawful head of a country. And that's how they'll focus, I would believe.
Wow.
This is certainly going to play out weeks, months, probably years down the road. Tom, great insight. Great to see you again. Tom Maronick, a criminal justice attorney from Rockville, Maryland. Thanks again, Tom.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be with you.
Yeah, great info. Thank you.